What's happening, gamers? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405 where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. If you are new to the channel, please be so kind to hit that sub button, hit the little notification bell, because YouTube is tripping here lately. These algorithms are all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Everything on my channel right now is like a yo-yo. But it is all good, man. You know what I'm saying? I love doing this, and so definitely leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to hear the feedback. We're all gamers here, so you know what I'm saying? If you agree or disagree, it's no big deal to me. It's all about just being in communication, you know what I'm saying, with one another, you know what I'm saying, just having some dialogue. But anyway, let's talk about these pre-orders for Battlefield 5. Now, there's a lot of people that likes to do the doom and gloom about anything. I mean, we've heard this plenty enough with Xbox, but with this particular game right here, and the pre-orders being weak, there's a number of factors that goes into this. One is the simplest, is that there's so many games that's coming out. Some games that's been anticipated for many years, and that one particular game is Red Dead. There's another game that's Soul Calibur 6 that's coming out. You know, there's other games that's kind of annual, but still very popular, like Horizon. You know, you got Mega Man 11 coming out. You have Hitman 2 coming out. You have COD that's coming out with their version, and it's going to sell regardless if people don't particularly care for it or not. So they place themselves. You have Origins, well, not Origins, I'm sorry, Assassin's Creed Empire, which is after the success of Origins. It's got a lot of people hyped for what's going on with the Gladiator Age or the Age of Rome. So, you know what I'm saying? There's so many good games. And then you have games that's coming out in September. There's games like, for me, in August, Strange Brigade, which I'm very excited for. I'm getting Spider-Man. It's got all the hype and rage right now. Tomb Raider's coming out next month. NBA 2K, NBA Live, FIFA. There are so many games. And so when you have certain gamers that aren't so much involved into Battlefield, they're going to get overlooked because people want to pre-order these other games that I mentioned. And for the hardcore Battlefield gamers, like I'm always going to support and buy Battlefield and play it. So I've already pre-ordered mine. But there's also the issue that Amazon and EA has got some kind of funk going on where it's not really doing well over there. I don't know what's going on technically. I was reading an article about it. It was pretty crazy. So when you have Amazon picking up pre-orders for your game, that also hurts as well. So, and if you also look on the PlayStation side, they don't have EA access because of the fact of they didn't want it. But that can get people from not wanting to pre-order because Spider-Man is coming, and then there's other games that's going to be coming on the PlayStation 4 as well, exclusive. So it's just a lot of factors that's going on. So a lot of people may think that they've Titanfall 2 themselves by cramming Battlefield into this space with a whole bunch of juggernauts. But you know what I'm saying, from my experience of been playing Battlefield, there is a strong hardcore. And a lot of people were doubting Battlefield 1, but Battlefield sold over 20 million copies. So therefore, Battlefield 5 will be fine. The hardcore will support the game. Now, will the game probably hit record numbers? No, there's too many great games in there. So that's why when people try to compare it to Titanfall 2, it's totally different because Titanfall 2 isn't as an established franchise like Battlefield. I think Battlefield will have its legs later on because it goes through that 2-year cycle. Also, there's really good deals right now through EA Access. You can get it for $63.99 right now, and the DLC is free. So EA is trying to make good for whatever the shortcomings that they had with Battlefront 2. With those loot boxes. And that just comes to the point to another factor why we have the World War I, World War II games with Battlefield and not modern, is because what EA's strategy was. They were trying to combat the three-headed monster from Activision with the CODs. So what they looked and said, look, we could go back to the old, from the very beginning, from World War I, then we can make Battlefield V to be in World War II. We'll have Hardline be that game that's kind of modern. It'll be a little bit different because it'll be cops and robbers. But yeah, you'll have modernized weapons, and so that will satisfy those people in his boots on the ground. Then you also have your Titanfall, which Titanfall is going to be, there's going to be a third one coming, which is, I'm happy about that. But If you want the parkour, all that, you still got Titanfall. And then you have your futuristic shooter that's boots on the ground pretty much. That's kind of over the top with Star Wars. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with Disney and Activision. I'm sorry, with Disney and EA. There's rumors that Activision might try to take it from EA because Activision is, well, EA is really messed up with Battlefront from what they say, but who knows. But again, they had a 3-4 hidden monster that was going to compete against what COD's doing, and then here comes some other shooters that nobody was expecting, like Overwatch. Then you see PUBG just blew everything up, and then of course Fortnite. So Battle Royale is going to be included in Battlefield V. I think that's going to be cool. And plus, the one thing about Battlefront 5 is that it's going to use ray tracing. It's going to be one of the first games that's going to show us what these games are going to look like. It's not going to be full ray tracing, but it's going to have some ray tracing elements involved, and we'll get to see what this is all about leading into the next generation of consoles, and for also PC as well. So I'm excited. I mean, I'm always excited for Battlefield. And like you see me playing this Mud Duck game right here, look, man, I love me some Hardline. Hardline is really fun. It's smooth. The problem was that they waited too long to patch the game up. When this game first came out, I couldn't stand it. And for all the criticisms that this game got, I was totally behind it because it did remind me of a DLC of Battlefield 4. But a year later, when Visceral Games finally got the game properly right with all the customizations, all the maps, the later maps in the game is fantastic. It sucks that now you can't play those maps anymore because the community on Hardline is pretty much dead. Those servers are down. But I'm telling you, there was a graveyard map, there was a museum map was my favorite, and then there was like another map like in Chinatown. Those were the maps that there were so many other maps that they had, but those were the main three that every time that I seen them, I got excited for. And it's sad that that the community can't go back and play those maps again. I don't know, but again, Visceral Games is belly up. So it really sucks. It's unfortunate. And for the idea of what EA was trying to do, I could see it, but that's another factor of why the pre-orders are probably down. People are still reluctant. There's so many other games out there to choose from. I mean, if you really wanted to, me being honest, if I had to make a choice right now between Battlefield V and Red Dead Redemption, I'm going to pick Red Dead Redemption. If I had to make a choice between Battlefield V and Forza Horizon 4, I'm picking Forza Horizon 4, you know, or Soul Calibur 6. I'm going to pick Soul Calibur 6. So those are three games right there that I would pick over Battlefield. You know, so that's the dilemma that they're in. And then there's also games like Strange Brigade, which I'm really excited for this month. You know, that's a lot of money that you got to put in toward games. And if you're a person that only buy 1 or 2, 3 games, and you got this little rotation where you want to play a certain game, whatever, look at Spider-Man's hype, all of that, there's just too many games. You got Assassin's Creed, you have Mega Man 11, you got Hitman 2. There's, like I said, there's so many other games. But with that being said, I've already pre-ordered Battlefield V, and I'm excited for it, especially they're going to keep the same way as they did with Battlefield 1 when it comes in regard to the story mode, where it's separated. You get to listen to different sides of from different perspectives. I like that in Battlefield 1. It kept the game to me more fresh, and it made me want to conquer those stories and learn more. So I like that strategy of it. Also the Battle Royale mode. I mean, look, I'm going to definitely try it, but I'm more of the operations, domination, team deathmatch guy. So, you know, we'll see. But again, it's just the game is going to be beautiful. It's already going to be using some new technology, and it's DICE. It's unfortunate that the strategies that I guess EA was trying to do with this didn't work, and the president of DICE walked away and stepped away. But look, man, I think the future's bright, and man, I'm excited. So let me hear what your thoughts is. Everybody have a good one. Peace.